Good morning, guys, and welcome to another episode of TTF Quick Tips. Now, today what I'm just going to be covering is something that was mentioned in our members group in terms of a few of the aspects as beginners that they wanted to know a little bit more about. Okay, so what I'm going to cover today is technical analysis. Okay, the very basic side of technical analysis. Now, as we all know, there's so much information out there in YouTube, on Google, so many different indicators, so many different reasons why you should or should not use certain things. Now, the main thing that we want to cover, okay, in terms of this video is the fact that all of these things, these indicators, these magic lines that seem to work and tell you precisely when you should buy or sell a market and why you should buy or sell a market, is actually just completely wrong, okay? And one of the things just to take into consideration is that actually brokers that have their own education, okay, they also teach you to use these things. So just think about it logically, okay? Why would a broker want to teach you precisely how to trade? Do they want you to win? Of course they don't. They just want you to trade as much as possible because that's how they make their money, okay? So what I'm going to cover is I'm just going to jump into the charts for you, and first of all I'm just going to show you a chart full of indicators, okay? Now those of you that are aware of what we do at the trading field and the courses and the signal services that we provide, you'll be aware that we don't actually use barely any indicators at all, okay? We use one, potentially two indicators every now and again, but they don't form the basis of our decision. Okay, they don't form any basis of our decision whatsoever. We use them to our advantage if we can, but everything, to be completely honest, is pure price action. Okay, and that's what we'll show you after as well. So I'm just going to jump into the charts. I'm going to show you some of the indicators that people use, some of these so-called magic indicators that are going to transform your trading, and I'm just going to prove to you that they're absolutely not. And if you want to get started on the right track, okay, obviously follow us on Instagram if you're not already. If you're interested in learning, then obviously have a look at the options that we have in terms of our courses. If you want to make money whilst you're learning, you can look at our signal service where it now enables you to copy our trades. And obviously, if you're still a little step away from that and you're just looking to kind of sharpen your tools in terms of technical analysis, then what you need to do is you need to make sure that you're skipping all the bullshit, okay? Skipping all the bullshit. Price action is everything, okay? Price action is absolutely everything when it comes to trading, okay? So I'll jump into the screen now, and then I can show you moving forward how we believe you should begin when you're starting your trading journey. Okay guys, so let's have a look at this. So the very first thing to realize is how goddamn confusing this is. Okay, now I've got indicators here from RSI, MACD, stochastics, ADR, volume, parabolic SARs, Ichimoku clouds. There's so much information. How do you actually expect to be able to understand what's happening in a market if you've got so much distractions on your screen, okay? A clean screen is the way to go, okay? So let's just have a look at these indicators, for example, okay? So I haven't put any of the settings on there. I have explored settings in the past, but as I've just mentioned to you multiple times, when you're looking at trading the market and when you want to become a successful trader, this is not the way to do it, okay? So this is why I don't care one bit about all of these useless indicators, okay? Some people might use them, okay, and that's absolutely fine with them. But personally, I feel that they're just a distraction, okay? They are just confusion on the charts, and you seriously do not need it to become a profitable trader. If you could open up a chart and have a nice, clean, empty screen, okay, and from that you can actually analyze the price action, why do you need all of these indicators on here? Now, one thing I will just show you is, for example, okay, so this basically here, I don't even know whether this is the stochastic indicator, I believe it is, but what we've got on here is a stochastic indicator. And what that means is that depending on what level you choose, when it dips or rises above a certain point, it should mean that there would potentially be that change of bias coming in, okay, just due to the amount of pressure within that market, for example. Now, where we are now, you can see that this has risen now from this kind of 15 level level, and we're currently sitting around, say, 45.50. Okay, now this happened, right? This actually happened. This crossed back into above the zone which these traders look for on this day here, the 21st of January. The issue is that the market actually turned on the 10th of January. So this is 11 days too late, okay? 11 days too late. So what is the point, okay? What is the point in using these indicators? They are not important, they are not needed, and they are just a distraction, okay? The other thing is the fact that this stochastic indicator is now bullish, okay? And therefore we believe this price should be bullish. But I know personally, because of this zone that I've got marked out, that this is a very, very strong supply zone, okay? And the chances of us breaking that level at this point in time are very, very slim. Look at the fundamental news in terms of US and Canada as well, okay? US is now looking potentially bearish for us here at the trading field. And therefore we do expect some downward movement on that, which means this market will be going down. But if you follow these indicators, okay, the RSI has just risen above 50. That indicates that it should be bullish now. Okay, you've got a cross on the MACD that indicates it also should be bullish now. The problem is you're getting this indicator way, way too late. Okay, this is a week, nearly 2 weeks worth of data since that ideal moment to actually spot that reversal. So this is precisely why, okay, this is precisely why we do not use indicators, okay? And when you actually just get rid of them, okay, you just get such a clearer picture. You get such a clearer picture of what's going on. You haven't got to worry about ticking 10 different boxes, okay? You haven't got to worry about Ichimoku clouds. You haven't got to worry about parabolic SARs, nothing like this at all. It's just not important, okay? As you can see on this chart, all I've got on here, okay, all I've got on here simply is EMAs, okay? That's the only indicator I have. And the lines that I've got on here as well, they are purely just major levels that I've plotted out over time, okay? So I know that this is historically where markets will turn around, and it's also institutional price levels as well. So where we can expect institutions to start placing big orders and moving that market, okay? So this is I'm just going to show you exactly why, like, it's just not important, okay? It's absolutely not important. What's the most important thing when it comes to trading is price action with the candlesticks, okay? So Japanese candlesticks, price action. So number one, the first thing to do is to start looking at what these candlesticks mean, okay? The meaning behind these candlesticks. And the second thing is time frames, okay? So time frames. There is no point being on, let's say, an hourly chart, okay? Jumping on an hourly chart and saying, right, okay, I think this is bullish because we're now above the EMA, okay? Because the trick and the problem with that is we need to assess the markets on multiple time frames. And obviously the larger time frames, such as the weekly, okay, such as the daily and the monthly, are so much more important because there's so much more data, okay? Think back to school, think back to maths, okay, and think about sample sizes. The sample size we have in a monthly candle or a weekly candle compared to an hourly candle is tremendous. So therefore it shows us so much more information about buyers, about sellers. Okay, so this is what's really important when it comes to trading. It's just understanding price action, understanding where buyers are, where sellers are, and what they're doing and what they're likely to do at specific levels, okay? So I hope that makes sense. And even if you just look at these charts now, okay, even if you just look at these charts now, it's just so much easier to read, okay? Look at this, for example. You have a 3 candlestick pattern here. You have a massive bullish engulfing, bullish candle. Okay, you then have a bullish candle, but a lot smaller, a lot less pressure, and almost forming doji as well. And then you have a massive bearish candle, which means sellers are now involved in the market. Now that is a classic, obvious sign of reversals in this market, okay? And this is a weekly chart. So if you took this trade just here and said, right, on the closure of that candle, I'm going to short it, that's 170 pips right there, okay? I'm not talking about risk reward or anything like that at the moment, just purely candlestick structures, okay? This here is a very, very strong signal of a bullish reversal, okay? You have a bullish engulfing candle, you have a tweezer bottom. It's an example and proof of confirmation of buyers coming into the market, and that is what is so important in trading. You don't need to spend time wasting wasting your valuable time basically on looking at all these different indicators and trying to find out, oh, when this crosses, that's when I should buy, because indicators are lagged. Okay, indicators are delayed, and therefore indicators give you an indication of movement after it's happened. Okay, but think about it from a trading perspective. You don't want to be in that move after it's happened. You don't want to even be in that move a couple of candles late. Okay, you want to be in it at the top. And if you know what you're looking for in terms of candlesticks, in terms of the structure, in terms of the price action, then all you have to do is identify this. Okay, USD CAD. It was going to fall from this point anyway, 1.3650. Okay, it was going to fall from this point. And if you don't believe us, okay, I've got the analysis in our members channel sent just before, I think it was just after Christmas, I believe, of us actually analysing that market and calling the short on this market. Okay, so I just want to obviously drill that into you that there is no magic indicator. Okay, indicators are lagged. Don't use them unless you really, really believe in them or really, really understand how to use them. And if you're starting your Forex journey and you're starting your trading journey and you want to know where to start in terms of technical analysis, start with candlesticks. Okay, start with candlesticks and understand exactly what they mean and how to read them. Once you do that, you can predict the next move. Okay guys, so thank you very much for listening. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, please add us on and follow us on Instagram as well. Any questions you have, just send us a message through our DMs. And obviously any interest in the course, take a look at our website as well. We're always more than happy to help. Obviously we've been running now, just a little recap for you, we've been running now for just over 2 months, okay, and we've managed to build up a nice client base, okay, a nice member base. Of around 55 to 60 clients now. Okay, so we've got a lot of course members on board. We have a lot of signal service clients on board. We achieved just over 30%. Okay, in our first month. Okay, on the signal service, and we're getting a lot of feedback, a lot of good feedback from our courses as well. So obviously, if you're keen to get involved, then please just send us a message on Instagram. And we look forward to doing the next TTF Quick Tips video probably next week. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.